Welcome back to another Habs Nation Show with the hockey coach Frenchie. Today, what you got, Coach, on this episode? First of all, we're going to talk about Patrick Laine update following by the RHP injury. Jeff Marek out. Then the pipeline for the Montreal Canadiens at the position goaltender. And then we have Josh Anderson, some update and really big news around the situation with Anderson. But before we start, we invite you, please don't forget, every Sunday night and Wednesday night during the summer, we talk about the Montreal Canadiens. And then if you have any question about anything in NHL or the Montreal Canadiens or the prospect for the upcoming NHL draft, send an email to askcoachfrenchy@gmail.com. Let's dive in talking about the first subject of the day. The first subject of the day is the situation about Patrick Laine. Yesterday, we talked about a trade rumor between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Montreal Canadiens. My rumor was a trade like Montreal Canadiens send Philippe Mézard and a third-round pick and return Montreal Canadiens get Patrick Laine. But at the same time I did this video, the NHL announced that Patrick Laine is out of the player assistant program. In the last 6-7 months, he was a part of that program. It looked like he's ready now to come back in the NHL. And of course, he needs to recover of his shoulder injury. Overall, we expect Lany to be at some point betrayed by the Columbus Blue Jackets in the next couple of weeks. Can Montreal Canadiens add a national top 6 forward for the next 3 years? Some of you are really excited about this. Some of you does not want to have anything to do with Patrick Laine around the Montreal Canadiens. Is honestly 50-50. For me, if the cost to trade for Patrick Laine is low, like a third-round pick of Philippe Mézard, to get Laine for 2 years with the $8.7 million does not make me worry about Laine. If he has a good year, Montreal Canadiens could trade Lany on his final year contract, and Montreal Canadiens can get a national asset of that trade. That reminds me a lot of the situation with Sean Monahan a couple of years ago when the Montreal Canadiens trade for him with a first-round pick, and that trade for Monahan, look what happening with the Montreal Canadiens, got another first-round pick from the Winnipeg Jets. They took a chance to take a player with prone injury, turn around to become a good outcome overall for the Montreal Canadiens. My next subject of the day is about RHP. Really bad news for RHP. We know Harvey Pinard got hurt during a summer scrimmage on the ice, broken leg. This is not good news for RHP, and he's going to be out for a minimum of 4 months. The bad news for Pinard, this is another injury. After he got 2 injuries last season, he had a great year when he got a call up 2 years ago from the Laval Rocket. He scored 14 goals in 34 games, but unfortunately, the injuries slowed his season last year with the Montreal Canadiens, and he was expected to start the upcoming year with some kind of hope and excitement to be a part of the Montreal Canadiens roster. But unfortunately, that injury is going to put RHP out for a couple of months. On the positive side, but you have other players who will take advantage of that situation as a forward. One of them, of course, is Michael Pesada. We know Joshua was supposed to be a part of the roster, but you have a player like Emil Henneman, example, or the new player with the Montreal Canadiens, Alex Barry-Boulet. This is another one. Or Sean Farrell, Riley Kidney, Florent Jacquet, Owen Beck, or Oliver Kapanen could become that extra forward for the Montreal Canadiens for upcoming season. We'll see what could happen at the training camp in the next couple of months. But until then, I think some players could take advantage of the injury of RHP to be a part of the upcoming season roster for the Montreal Canadiens. My third subject of the day, it's about Jeff Marek from Sportnet. We don't know exactly what's happening, but the Sportnet decided to split with Jeff Marek after 13 years left the company Sportnet. I'm sure he's going to do something else. Can the TSN pick it up, Jeff Marek? I'm sure he's going to rebound somewhere. But until then, we wish the best for Jeff Marek, one of the best for me podcaster and the world of the NHL. My next subject is about the goalies for the Montreal Canadiens. When Ken Hughes got the new job as the general manager of the Montreal Canadiens, they have many holes inside the roster. One of them was the center. He fixed it. One of them was the right defenseman. Fix it. And one of them was the goaltender. And he's fixed it slowly but properly. Let's see what it looked like, the pipeline of the position goalies for the Montreal Canadiens. But first of all, in the NHL level, they have Carey Price still there. They have Samuel Montembeault and Caden Primo. We know Montreal Canadiens traded Jake Allen at the trade deadline last year. They are the three goaltenders right now in NHL. For the first time, Montembeault is going to become a goaltender number one, and then Primo is going to have regular job in NHL as a goaltender number two. But the Montreal Canadiens under Ken Hughes did more since he picked up the job of general manager. And his last three NHL draft, he select 5 goaltender. That increasing now the goaltender at 10 overall. 3 in NHL, 7 inside of the Montreal Canadiens organization. So let's see what they look like and what it would be the future for the Montreal Canadiens at long term. Who is going to be between the pipe? First of all, Montreal Canadiens draft 69 overall pick Jacob Fuller. Have an amazing great year with the Boston College last year. We consider him possible to be a goaltender number 1 or a goaltender 1A in NHL. Then the Montreal Canadiens have already in the past Jacob Tobesh. Tobesh was a goaltender with the Laval Rocket, a goaltender, and then he is considered to become a backup number 2 in NHL or a backup number 2B. Then they select Volonkin. Volonkin is a Russian goaltender, have an amazing great stat like Vasilevsky and the MHL. Now he's on the training camp to become a goaltender in VHL, and we'll see what he looked like for the upcoming year. This is a really important year for him. Is consider him to become a goaltender backup number 2 NHL or another tier 3 goaltender. Miller was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, and Miller played 2 good, solid year in the QM since he was dropped by the Montreal Canadiens. But again, like Volonkin, we don't know what he looked like, the ceiling yet, and we consider him, like I mentioned, a goaltender number 2 or a tier 3 goaltender. American Hockey League, a bubble goaltender in NHL. Now, we have Crotto, played last year in NCAA. Montreal Canadiens just select at the last NHL draft 2024 the goaltender Vic Van Eggs, and he's supposed to start his career in the QM for the upcoming season. Then Montreal Canadiens already have Verbedik. Verbedik played in the East Coast Hockey League. He's the one that does not have any contract with the Montreal Canadiens. He's the one I believe we're never going to play inside the Montreal Canadiens organization. And finally, they just signed Connor Hughes as a backup number 2 for the upcoming season with the Laval Rocket in American Hockey League. That gives you a great overview of the Montreal Canadiens pipeline at the position goaltender. For me, this is a great situation at long term with the Montreal Canadiens, but no doubt in my mind, the Montreal Canadiens are settled between the pipe at long term. Let's move on now for my last subject of the day. My last subject of the day, guys, about Josh Anderson. Every day, I'm doing a video about Montreal Canadiens. Every day, I'm searching deeper about what Montreal can do at short term or at long term to improve the team. And it could be the draft, it could be trade some player, it could be signature UFA, whatever. I'm trying to improve the Montreal Canadiens. Many fans, Montreal Canadiens, are a little bit concerned about the bad contract with Brendan Gallagher and Josh Anderson. They are the 2 worst contracts for the Montreal Canadiens, and they are going to be with Montreal for the next 3 years. But at some point, we need to figure out what he can do to take them out of the roster. Unfortunately for Anderson last year, he played 78 games with the Montreal Canadiens. This is his most game with the Montreal Canadiens in one season in the last 3 years. This is the year where he has less goals compared to the 2 years prior to that, because the last 2 years he had 19 goals. And obviously he has the less point last year compared to the year before and the year prior to that, with over 30 points. So the outcome of the season, Josh Anderson, it was really difficult to watch. He never find his groove and his game during the season. At some point, it was really difficult to watch his body language from the bench. Said that Montreal Canadiens have no leverage right now to trade Josh Anderson. Whatever they try, they have to pay the price if they want to trade Josh Anderson. So my hope today is to explain to you what I see in the future for Josh Anderson. It will be too difficult, whatever he has 10 goals, 15 goals, 20 goals, until the trade deadline to trade him. I feel the Montreal Canadiens have to wait until the summer 2025. If he has a great year, for me to qualify Anderson a great year is a 25 goal and a minimum of 35 points to 45 points. If he raise those numbers, Montreal Canadiens are a great place to trade Josh Anderson. Why? Montreal Canadiens have 7 NHL draft picks in the first 3 rounds and 2025. If you look about this, Montreal Canadiens have more leverage to trade Josh Anderson to give a good asset with that, but open up another $5.5 million. At some point, you cannot keep everybody inside the Montreal Canadiens. They have to do some sacrifice players. This could be one of them to trade Josh Anderson during the summer 2025, and then maybe with a second round pick or maybe with a third round pick and maybe a prospect. I know they cannot keep everyone like I just mentioned to you, but I think if Josh Anderson have a great year, 20 goalie plus, 35 point a plus, this is going to give a little bit better situation for Ken Hughes to trade Josh Anderson for the summer 2025 or all the way to the trade deadline in 2026. This is a really big problem overall for Montreal Canadiens with Josh Anderson. Tomorrow on my next Habs Nation Show, I'm going to talk about the pipeline for all the forward Montreal Canadiens have already and what it could add for the upcoming year NHL draft. And again, that's give them too many players inside the Montreal Canadiens. That's what we call the roster construction. Montreal Canadiens will have to make some trade at some point because they cannot keep everyone inside of this organization. That's all, guys, for my show today. I would love to hear from you. First of all, tell me what you think about Patrick Laine trade to the Montreal Canadiens. What RHP injury bring a new player on the roster? Which one would you like to see with the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season as a forward? We talk about Jeff Marek out from Spornets. Then we talk about the goalies pipeline. Which one are you looking for to become a solid goalie with the Montreal Canadiens at long term? And finally, we talk about Josh Anderson on the trade bait for the Montreal Canadiens during the summer 2025. Until the next time, my friend, subscribe, likes, and leave me a comments about this episode. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. And we wish you an amazing, great, blessed day, everybody.